Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This book follows 16-year-old Star, and she's basically divided between two worlds. On one hand, you have the poor black neighborhood that she has grown up in and is still currently living in. Then you have the suburban, mostly white neighborhood where she attends school. One day, Star witnesses her childhood best friend being shot and killed by a police officer. The rest of the book deals with Star's struggle of whether she should keep quiet or speak out and try to get justice for her friend. Now, the first thing that I wanted to get into with this book was the writing. I don't want to say it's simple, but the writing made the story really easy to get into and really easy to just flow through the story. Where I work, it can be really difficult sometimes to read because I work where I have to stop and answer phone calls. So if I have a really busy night, which I feel like I had a lot of the times while I was reading this, I have to take a lot of breaks to answer phone calls. And sometimes it's hard for me to, stop and keep going, like starting to stop continuously while I'm trying to read instead of, it's a lot harder to do that than being able to read big chunks at a time. But with this writing, it made it really easy to get into the story and stay engrossed in the story while I was reading, and I really appreciated this. I would recommend reading this book just for the writing alone. Now, that isn't the only thing. A lot of people mention this when talking about this book, but it is in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. And while it is in support of that, it's not the only thing that the book focuses on. From the very beginning, we get to witness Star's struggle with living between these two worlds and how she feels that she has to act when she's with a certain group of people. At the very beginning, we get to see her in her hometown, and we get to see that she doesn't really want to be in the situation she's in, but she's doing it because she's tired of people seeing her as being the wannabe white girl, or it's a bunch of stereotypes. And I felt like a lot of the times that I could relate to that, even though I wasn't in the exact same situation that she was in. The way I was raised, sometimes I felt like was a little different. So growing up, people said I was stuck up because of the way I acted or the way I didn't act. And in that way, I could relate to Star, because when she was with the people that she grew up with, or with the people in the neighborhood that she grew up with, that was a lot of their comments, and they were saying that she didn't want to be there, and this, that, and the other. So she would either distance herself or try to act a certain way, or let herself act a certain way around these people that came from the same place that she grew up in. But on a completely different side, when she goes to school, then she's like, I can't do this, I can't say that, I have to talk proper. And it's just like she has so many restraints on herself that you get to see the struggle that she has with accepting who she is and letting people see all of who she is. I might not have been in each situation that she was in. I felt like that part of the story was really relatable, because I've been in situations like that where I felt like I can't show people all of who I am because I'm gonna get judged for, how I act or what I say or how I talk and stuff like that. And that part of the book, I just like I said, I just found that really relatable, and I'm glad that that was part of the story, because that was something that went throughout the story, and we got to see Star grow and learn and figure out her balance of how she wanted to be with that, like allowing herself to be herself around the people that she cared about. The next big thing that happened, which was like in the second chapter of this book, is I didn't think that we were gonna actually witness the shooting of her best friend, but we were there with Star as it happened. And I've never been in a situation, just like I've never been in a lot of situations within this book, and I was truly terrified. And I was just like, I think I might have actually started crying at that moment, because I was just like, if I was there, I don't know what I would have done, and I don't know how I would have reacted. And the story could have just easily ended there, and Star could have been in the same situation as her best friend, and she almost was in the same situation. And I hear about these stories on the news and on online and all of this stuff, but you start to think about it and you get truly terrified. Like, sometimes I'm terrified to be who I am in this world, because although not all people are like that, there's a sense that you don't know who you're dealing with, and it can happen to anyone at any time. And it's sad to say that sometimes I'm scared of people who are supposed to protect me because things like this happen. And I'm glad that I have never witnessed this, but I know a lot of people have. And like nothing, I feel like nothing comes from everything that's happened. And it's just so much. This book brought up so many different emotions in me. Like I laughed, I cried, it was just so many things, and it was heartbreaking. And but throughout all the sadness within this book, like I said, there were definitely some happy moments. I'm glad we got to see some of the family aspects. And even though she grew up where she did, and even though some of these other people grew up where they did and in the situation that they had, I felt like we got to see such a strong family, and we got to see them stick up for each other. It's just like every character that we got to experience, I felt like was there for a reason, and they had the impact that they were supposed to have, and I loved it. I don't even know if I'm making sense, but this book was just amazing. Yeah, this book deals with so much. Besides, like, it deals with getting the Black Lives Matter movement out there and getting people, like, having people learn about it. But it also deals with families, it deals with friendships, and learning when you need to like let a friendship go, learning when you need to change and grow and accept yourself and let others accept you for who you are. And it just deals with so much. And this book is just, it's amazing. Overall, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know if this review made sense, so I'm probably going to try to, I made notes right after I finished reading this in my journal, and I think I'm going to try to take my thoughts that I wrote down and put it into a review so you can get more of my collected thoughts, because I feel like talking about this, I'm all over the place. So I think I'm going to try to do that and link that in the description. But like I said, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars, and I feel like everyone should read it, because anybody who reads it, I feel like, can get something out of it. Even if you don't think you can, I think every single person who reads this can get something out of it, if only to see it from the perspective of someone who has been put in this situation, or see it from a different side of it. Because I enjoyed this book so much, and I feel like everyone needs to read it, I decided that I'm going to be doing a giveaway for a copy of this book, especially since I was able to win a copy myself. So I'm going to have this giveaway go on for the end of the month, until the end of the month. So on July 1st, I'm going to be picking a winner, and I will announce it in my wrap-up video. So that gives you almost 2 weeks to enter this giveaway. I do want to give someone who hasn't read the book yet a chance to get their hands on it and read it. Would like for you not to own a copy of this book, and I do ask that you're subscribed to my channel and make sure that I can see your settings, because I know I can't see every single person who is subscribed because of privacy settings. So at least during that time, if you're going to enter and you have your stuff on private, take it off so that I'm able to see it. Besides being subscribed and not already owning a copy of this book, I do ask that you leave a comment down below letting me know why you would like to win a copy of this book, or what you're hoping to get out of this book. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Bye.